Dude, week 2 of the 2024 NFL season.
Man, you ready for the best show ever?
I'm ready for the best show ever.
Best show
Ever!
Yes!
Dude!
Let's go! Let's go! Week 2!
Man, we are back!
Man, you said when you said it, the best show ever. That time, there's something. It just hit me. It gave me the feels. I'm like, you know, it reminded me of the first comment that we ever saw.
Oh yeah,
literally the worst show I've ever seen.
Worst show ever.
Worst show ever. Listen, Fire and Brimm, we are back. Man, did we bring the heat last week.
We did. You got okay.
This is why.
You got Carl. You've got Doug. You've got Fire and Brimm Sports, and we are back for the week 2 show.
Dude, every week. Every week we bring it.
Okay, last week you were going to wear the Browns jersey for your uncle.
Yep, for my yep. So listen, here's
and you did. I mean, good job.
There's one thing that we know about me is I can be a lot superstitious, right? Like, so when something's working, we hit the Kool-Aid pick last week.
Yeah.
We hit our Survivor picks last week. I had double-digit wins last week. Fire and Brimm was on fire last week. And I said, you know, we're not going to change it. We're going to roll until something says change it, okay? We're going to roll with it. Now, I did trim the beard up a little bit, which is a whole other story with Pheng, but you know,
that's right.
I'm not changing the gear. I'm not changing the gear.
All right, you let us know if you're superstitious, you know, a little bit, you know what I mean?
You know what? Speaking of that, just a quick tangent. If you're watching the game and your buddy says, "Oh, this game's over," clearly we don't affect the outcome of the game, right? But is that a no-no? Like you can't tempt the football god.
It's a cardinal sin.
Sports.
It's a flag on the
I
play.
can't tell you how many basketball games I've seen where like, oh, they're up by 12, this game's over. 2.5 minutes later, that's like you can't do that, right? So with my buddy, he's got to hear me. He's got to hear me right now. I love him. We are Lions fans, and we know better. We've seen enough things to know better. So
it's what 2 minutes ago. It's a personal foul, 15 yards. I mean, you're just going to ruin it, but that's what he did.
It was a third. What? So like he didn't affect the outcome of the game. It was just what. So I'll tell you one story. I was just my superstitious as we move on with the show, but this is not.
We got to hear this.
I had one time in my life I had 10 strikes in a row.
Wow.
Okay.
No kidding.
So I've never stepped up for number 12 for a 300. I've never been up there, but so I had 10 in a row, and it was in a tournament. So it wasn't in league play, it was in a tournament. It would have been official, all that. But I come back and I've got my hand over the dryer, and this kid, and I was young, and this other young guy was sitting there, and he looks at me and he goes, "One ball at a time." And I was like, "You son of a gun. You son of a gun." Like, you don't talk to the pitcher when he's throwing a no-hitter. You don't text this game is over when there's a whole quarter and a half to play. You don't do those things. And sure enough, I botched it. I think that was 25 years ago.
Dude, 10 in a row. Right? That's impressive.
I've never been up there with number 12. But anyway, question, are you superstitious? Are you superstitious? Do those things matter?
Have you had 10 strikes in a row?
That was my best game ever. I've had 10 in a row twice. And the second time, you know what happened? I thought about that kid the first time. And it affected me, so it carried over.
It's sullied.
This is ridiculous. We got to get back to the show.
All right, okay.
We got to get back to the show.
Let's get in.
What are we talking about? Bowling. It's about superstitious, all right? Are you superstitious when it comes to your team playing football? That was the whole point of the story.
Here's a good question.
We got a little carried away.
Boy, we got bowling in there. We got baseball in there.
We did.
I mean,
you don't talk to the pitcher when he's throwing a no-hitter, right?
Actually, that's one of the best pictures is when you see a pitcher sitting all by himself on the bench. All by himself.
You just leave him alone. Anyway.
All right.
Lions pulled out the game. That's right. So
what we are not going to leave alone are those records, dude. Look at that.
Fire and Brimm is back.
Nice. 10 and 6.
If you have the time. Look at these. I'm not sorry. We hit the Kool-Aid pick. 10 and 6. 9 and 7. If you go back over the shows, we don't have reverse games. We don't go 4 and 10 against us very often. It just doesn't happen very often. We bounce right back. And our records show it for 4 years now.
Absolutely.
our records prove it every single week.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So nice week.
Man, there were some
look
good
at
weeks.
these.
Yeah. Monster week.
Gosh, monster week
weeks.
everywhere. We got
Look at the Z-Pain.
We got Z-Pain 14-2. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's absolutely okay. Baker Mayfield, Jaden Ross. I mean, Justin. I love some of the names. Absolutely awesome. Acton Akua, I like that. I mean, just some absolutely huge ones. We got our buddy Wyatt Martin.
Long time watcher.
Long time watcher.
Yep.
Long time watcher.
Yep.
We got all these folks. Gareth, Raider Nation. I mean, all these folks.
So we did this 11-5, earned our buddy Wyatt a guest picker this week. Welcome aboard, Wyatt.
Absolutely.
He's in the hot seat. We always know what happens when you do that.
And so what we're trying to do is anybody.
That's the jinx right there. There's
That's
another.
where we just jinx
the
it.
theme of the show.
Actually, that is a jinx.
It's a
Every
good
time
theme
the
of the
guest
show.
picture usually just craps the next week.
Right.
We are always going to try to get the top person or one of the top people on the next week's board.
And so here's one thing that we want. We obviously there ESPN the site lets you pick put in multiple entries.
Yeah.
Totally good with that. Totally
Yeah.
good with that. We'll compete against every one of them. We're putting in one. Okay. Totally fine with I think the leader, the 14-2, he had several entries in there. That's fine.
Yep.
So here's the deal. If you want to have a shot at the guest picker, this is the deal. If you're still listening, you didn't skip to the picks.
There you go. Yeah.
If you want to have a shot to be on the board, we just need you to comment your official entry for that week.
Yep.
So that if you comment your official entry, hey, Zach picks 5 is the one I'm rolling with.
That's what we're going with.
That's the one. Whatever one you would make is your official pick. It'll get you a chance to be the guest picker first.
Because we only do one. We're going up against it.
So that'll give, and then we're just to try to give that fair shot of that person on the board.
A couple others real quick. 10-6, just a page full of 10 and 6ers here.
Yep.
Shrek the Ogre, always
He's been back.
Just back. Colorado sports fan. A lot of folks. We've also had there are 29 folks 9-7. I mean, and then even more folks at 8-8. So I mean, it's like. Most of everybody was almost 500 or better.
It was week 1, too.
It was week 1. That's right. Okay.
Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about this for a
parlay.
minute. Imagine that, 2 and 3. Listen, here's the deal with
and Renesh. That's right.
I don't think we saw much last year.
No. Nice way to start the season.
All right.
That's right.
So, here's the deal here with this 3-team parlay. Going through the algorithm, going through the picks again. We are using the spreads that are in the ESPN site for the competition.
Yep.
That's all fine and good for that. This is a serious handicapping show.
Absolutely.
Okay? We know that come Sunday, come today even, these lines have already changed.
Absolutely.
We're going with that. Now, I hit my 3-team parlay officially because the Colts covered, but the early line they did not cover.
Yes, it changed. Yeah.
So, keep in mind, we know that these lines have already changed. We already know that. We get people, that line, where'd you get that line from? These are the ESPN lines for the competition, and I don't get credit for my 3-team parlay, but I hit my 3-team parlay. I did, and some of you did too.
All right, now I like this one. We've got some green check marks next to this one. Survivor, baby.
Let's go.
You made it out of week 1.
Yes. Back in the
Absolutely.
Let's go.
I mean, we all 3 of us nailed it. And you know what? Now, there's something about the Bucks. What do you have to say about the Bucks? I mean, you and Pheng picked the Bucks.
Baker Mayfield. Look good. They have the.
No, but how many other people in our Survivor group?
Here's the deal, right? Yeah. So the number 1 overall pick in the whole thing was the Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay, with like 40-some% of the entire pool. Our group, 55% stayed with the Bucks with us.
Yep.
We had 231 people out of the 402 that took the Bucks. So you guys rode with us. We're going to get you to week 3. Stay with us. I'm going to get you. I don't know who Pheng picked, but I'm going to get you to week 3.
The Bengals took out like almost 60 people.
Yeah, rule number 1, you don't take the top favorite, okay? You don't take the top person in the Survivor. That doesn't get you to the next week. It really doesn't.
But, hey, you listen to us about the Bucks, man. Yeah. That was, I'm so stoked. I'm stoked for you.
Let's go. I'm
You're out of it.
You're
out of it.
I'm going to get to week 3.
All right, so we have had so much fun. Okay, let's get going. Okay, real quick, any overreactions?
Yeah, overreactions. I'm going to go overreactions. Mine is the Bengals. Listen.
Bengals.
Okay,
they're toast. They're over with.
Yeah,
out of here.
Yeah, season's
Forget
over.
it.
No, they lost. The Patriots they're still a well-coached team. I like the way that team looked, and the Bengals still had moments to win that game. If they had pulled that game out, we would not even be having the conversation, okay?
Yeah.
And they didn't, all right? And that's why it's like, oh, they lost to this horrible Patriots team that's just terrible across the board. Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, you know,
overreaction.
My overreaction.
Nice win for the Patriots.
Hey, John Harbaugh, why did you get Derrick Henry? You're not going to use it, dude. Why don't you use him?
That's an overreaction too, right? That's like asking the Lions why they don't use him on St. Brown. How many targets did he have in that? Sometimes the game just dictates it goes a certain
you're
way.
Right. You're right. But still, that's because I put a bet down on Derrick Henry and I wanted.
Very big overreaction. Yeah. You probably weren't the only one to do that.
Oh, that's it. Okay, real quick because we need to get to the board here. Our top fives. It's not too early. There's your top five. It's not too early for our top fives.
Yeah.
This is
crazy.
Chiefs.
What are you doing?
Dude, let Thursday night dictate where they go.
Okay. I will
let Thursday night dictate where they go.
Right,
okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
All right.
Kansas City, they're the champs, right? They're still number one until they knock them off. Kind of like the Michigan Wolverines. You can't knock them all year. They're the best. They're the champs. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
All right, and we got the Cowboys at number 2.
I don't even have on the list.
Dallas is borderline number 1.
They are not.
Lions, Buffalo, and San Francisco.
Okay, San Francisco. I like it. The Texans deserve to be there. I mean, what they're doing, they absolutely deserve to be there.
Nothing yet.
No, they deserve to be there.
They should have lost to the Colts. They should have lost to the Colts. I'm a parlay. Listen,
all right.
It's week 2.
Okay,
it's week 2.
So what that means?
You know what?
Since it's week 2, go ahead.
My favorite part of week 2.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta share this with you. My absolute favorite part about week 2 is now we've got a week in the books, and now we absolutely know everything.
You think that's it?
We know everything.
We know everything?
We now know everything. And listen, this is going to be a classic. I don't like to speak of myself in third person, but there are weeks when everybody laughs at my picks, and I'm telling you, my algorithm is in line. And it is going to be a classic Carl week where people are going to be like, what is he thinking?
So watch this closely. Watch what's going to happen.
Recurring theme.
All right.
I got one. Please.
So before we get on the board, it is week 2. That means we have a week 1.
Brown bag.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. The Bengals would have been too easy. I think that was too easy. The Patriots are a little better than maybe they get credit. But the Brown bag, I'm going with the Browns, guys.
Browns, man.
You guys horrible. They blitz. They were the favorite, and the Cowboys blitzed them. It wasn't close. It wasn't one play here, one play there. Boy, they're in trouble.
The Cowboys beat them like they stole money from the Cowboys. I mean, they just beat them that way. The Falcons. Okay, remember, I picked the Falcons to go to the Super Bowl, NFC. Yep. Oh my gosh, Raheem Morris, Kirk Cousins. What the heck is that? I mean, that was just abysmal what they did.
Yeah, they lost it. They didn't even let the Steelers get in the end zone, did they? It was off field goals.
It was off field goals. Doesn't matter. They lost the game.
They did.
You don't lose a game like that.
Yep.
That was just horrible.
Where's your brown bags? Let's do this.
Let's see what you think about the brown bags. Okay, let's do it. You ready?
Speed play. Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay. I like this one.
Great game.
Thursday night football. Great game. Mm-hmm. The Bills. Mm-hmm. Boy, the Cardinals had them on the, boy, the Cardinals had
Bills had them right where they wanted them the whole time.
Yeah.
They ended up covering the
game. That's true. They did. Yeah. All right. Against the Dolphins.
Dolphins
by 1
I'm going to say my buddy, he sent a text out early in that game about the Cardinals.
He did.
Oh, Cardinals! I'm like, what are you doing? Stop!
All right. Dolphins by 1.5. The key question is, can the Dolphins beat a winning team?
Okay.
We know how the Dolphins do right. You know, I mean, with losing teams. Can they beat a winning team?
Buffalo's going to win this game. This is obviously the spread. Buffalo's winning this game.
Okay, Wyatt Martin thinks the same thing, and you know what? I'm going to go along with you guys.
Didn't you have Miami in the top 5, and I did not? And then we go to the first game on the board. I mean, it's okay.
Wait a minute. That doesn't mean they can't stay in the top 5. Okay. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, right? All right? Okay. All right, you got the Colts, Anthony Richardson.
He's electric.
9 for 19.
He can't go off his stats.
So we can throw the ball 100 yards.
Do you have direct? Do you have YouTube TV? Do you have the NFL Sunday Ticket, Doug, or did you just see the stats? Okay, that was a hell of a game. Yeah. He's electric.
Take on the Packers.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan Love has not been completely said that he's not going to play, but I think it's going to be Malik Willis is going to be playing there.
Yep.
Colts by 3.5. That's about right. I mean, I wish Jordan Love wasn't hurt about this.
You can put it with Anthony Richardson and the Colts coming into Green Bay, coming off a tough loss to the Texans. It doesn't matter who you put out there as a starter for Green Bay. They struggled against Philly, and they're going to come back. And I'm going to tell you this: Green Bay is going to win this game. Green Bay is going to win this game. I'm not worried about that 3.5 hook. Packers are going to win the football game, even with Malik Willis.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go Colts. This is one that's been eating me up. I got to go Colts on that.
Well, they're the favorites.
They're favorites. All right. The Saints had a nice game against the Panthers. Okay. The Cowboys you just talked about, they just beat the Browns.
Yep.
Cowboys by 6.5.
Yep.
Cowboys win the game. The question is, do they cover?
Yes, they do.
You think
last 40 games, 25-15 against the spread. They win big. They win at home. They win big at home.
I just do not like this because Wyatt is just following you
touchdown.
all the way. And
Wyatt's got his zoned in on the algorithm, man.
as much as I don't believe, I don't even have the Texans, the Cowboys.
I can't believe you're not taking the Saints. But the Cowboys are a favorite.
I can't.
It's tough for you to take.
It's
6.5
Derek Carr.
points.
No, I can't do that. No.
It's tough for you at any time. I'm trying to think when you do take a favorite, and I'm not. It's too early for this. It's when you do take a favorite, do you ever, or a dog, are they ever more than a 3-point dog? Like it's always something. 1.5 points. I'm taking the dog. I took a dog. Right. All right.
Yeah, he's got a point, though.
That's good.
All right. The Browns, boy, they need to come back. Against the Jaguars, they need to come back.
Man, they had
Jaguars
the Dolphins
3.5.
I wouldn't be surprised if my buddy texts something about the Dolphins, actually, to be honest with you.
Wyatt says the Jaguars.
That's a good pick.
I'm gonna jump ahead of you. I'm gonna say Browns. The Browns come back on this. They need a game to bounce back on this. This is a perfect one to do that. Get on the road. Get out of Cleveland. He's not going to have the boo birds. That is Watson. This is a good game to come back.
You must just be anti-Trevor Lawrence now because you used to be.
I know that. I know that.
I did not see that coming.
That's right. No. Because I have added Doug Peterson to the coaching seat. Absolutely. He deserves to be in the hot seat.
Well, I didn't see that. I really go you.
I kind of shocked you there.
Yeah, you did because I'm going with the Browns.
See
the
that?
algorithm's going with the Browns.
There you go.
And I'm going with Cleveland to win this game. Cleveland is going to win this game.
You're just, boy, that just put you all to side.
That's all right. That's a good pick. Good pick. Algorithm's locked in. Look, I think I have maybe 3 losses this week.
All right.
I don't know where they are.
The Jets, okay, they had a tough road game. You have to go out to, San Francisco, take on the Titans who got beat by the Bears. I mean, okay, come on. The Titans have nothing going for them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they did.
Jets by 3.5.
Yeah.
What do you? Okay.
I like the Jets to go ahead and win and cover.
Wyatt
I
says
think they bounce back off that loss and they go ahead and Tennessee's not that even on the road there. They're going to come back and get that win.
You say the Jets.
Yep.
Wyatt says the Jets. I say the Jets.
Holy
so
smokes.
much. That's it. I've got the green Kool-Aid out here, folks.
We got to go 2-0.
We got to go 2-0. This is it. This is it. This is. I mean. Remember, I'm dedicating myself in these Kool-Aid.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Aaron Rodgers Jets Kool-Aid. I am so confused by your picks right now. I was feeling really good. Now I don't know where we're going. You're going with Aaron Rodgers. You're going with the Cowboys. You're going against Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what's happening. You're going against your Dolphins. I'm confused. I am confused.
Remember, I got hit in the head a couple weeks ago. And maybe it's that concussion is still symptoms are still there. Okay, the Chargers take on the hapless Panthers.
They are so bad.
Chargers by 6.
There's going to be like 27 people in that in that stadium.
There's no way. The Chargers.
They're going to be 1-1 after this game. This is where they get their win. Here you go. Listen. You play to the level of your competition, and the Chargers are going to do just that. They did not play great against the Raiders. They should have lost to the Raiders. And Carolina is going to find a way to. They're going to have the ball with a chance to do something in this football game at the end. They're going to be in it.
Well, they can have the ball at the end, but they're going to be losing by at least 3 touchdowns at that point.
No, they will not. That's what I'm telling you, is they're going to have the ball and they're going to be in the game. They're going to be in the game. Not a chance. That is my favorite saying on this show. Let's keep rolling. Let's go, Carolina.
All right, the Seahawks. I don't know. I'm not a believer in Geno, right? But they did come back. Yeah. They
now they got to go on the road. They got to go all the way across the whole country on that
long. Me about the flying stuff.
Commercial flight.
You know me about the flying stuff.
They might stop halfway and take a bus
against Dry Mayo and the Patriots.
Yeah,
nice job.
Nice win.
What a win. Okay,
yep.
Seahawks by 3.5.
Yeah, they cover.
You think they cover?
They win and cover.
All right, I think that I'm going to go with you. They're going to squawk and they're going to crap all over the Patriots and they're going to come out there and they're going to cover. I'm with you on that one too. All right, the Giants. Talk about hapless. Absolutely hapless.
It's bad.
Take on Jaden Daniels. Didn't do that bad.
Yeah.
He didn't do great, but he didn't do that bad. Washington by 2.5.
Mm-hmm. I think the Giants really are that bad. This is a division game, so the whole play to the level of your competition.
Yeah.
These teams will be focused to get this done. Washington's going to get the win. They're going to cover that game.
You know what? I've got to follow suit. I'm going to go follow suit, and so does Wyatt.
I don't like all this.
I know. This is not good. This is not. You and Wyatt really went different?
Yeah,
two different.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
The algorithm was locked in. I'm telling you.
All right. This line is befuddling. I mean, the Buccaneers, nice win against the Commanders. We know about the Lions, right? Lions 6.5.
6.5.
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of
points. The Lions
that's a lot of points.
have a target on their back.
As they should.
They're not sneaking up on anybody. And there's only been 4 teams in the history of the NFL that have started the season against with 2 playoff rematches.
Yeah.
And the 07 Patriots were one. The 84 49ers were the other. And then it was like the 66 Packers or something. But 2 of those teams won the Super Bowl. They all 3 were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because last year...
The Lions are up a rematch against the Rams, rematch against the
Buccaneers.
Yep.
That's right. And they play the 49ers later this season, too.
Lions are full of grit. They are a really, really tough team. It's going to be hard to cover 6.5 though because they're going to get 10 base.
I agree. This is really scary.
I'll be fine if I lose this one. Again, I can't endorse this pick, but the algorithm says go with Tampa. I hope Lions win by 4 touchdowns.
Okay. That's one you want.
This is my season. This is my birthday season.
That's right.
Yeah, the Lions will be winning the Super Bowl on my birthday.
That's remember the Super Bowl.
If you didn't lock in with the plus 1,000 or whatever it is right now, I'm telling you, lock it in. Lock in your Super Bowl future bet.
But I'm with you. It's just a 6.5. That's just a lot of points.
It's gonna be tough.
Okay, San Francisco. What do you want to say about? I mean, no C-Mac, and then you got Jordan Mason comes on.
Yeah, good job. I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to say.
I think he was working at like a Home Depot or something like that before that to get him, and he's.
That's fine. Good job. Minnesota is gonna cover this game. This is going to be maybe a 3-point game.
Yeah,
maybe a 3-point game.
It's still Sam Darnold. Yeah. It's still Sam Darnold.
I just want to mark the 2 not a chance games so that we remember them because you get away with saying that and then you're never held accountable for it. Not a chance. What was my other not a chance? I don't even remember. Was this my not a chance?
That was definitely not a chance.
All right. Okay. I just want to remember my not a chances.
You know what? Somebody out there, Tally might not a chance.
Not a chances. Okay? Yeah.
Because that's a good point. Yeah. All right, my Raiders. Let's see about my Raiders. Against
they should have won the game.
The Ravens. Okay, the Ravens need a bounce back. This is a bounce back. 9.5 points though. Yeah. I think they're going to beat the Feathers. They're going to beat the stuff.
I think they're going to play to the level of their competition. They're going to be lucky to get out of there with a victory, to be honest, because the Raiders are going to play tough.
No. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Well, they're
to cover
the favorite.
It.
So the big favorites. You love the big favorites.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
No, here's what's going to happen. They're going to take out all their aggressions, all their bad thoughts and feelings on the Raiders.
So the Raiders don't have any bad taste in their mouth. Like they knew they had that game in the bag. They want to come out. And they're going to play tough again. They might lose again. They're going to play tough again.
Nothing going for them.
Games are not decided by 2 scores in the NFL generally, unless you're the Browns.
Except for this one. Okay, I know I'm a Raider fan and all that sort of stuff. I just got to call this and see it. Okay, the Rams. Matt Stafford and Tua were the only 2 quarterbacks last week to throw for 300 yards, which is kind of surprising. But it's first week,
Stafford's just a smart player. You know how fast he got rid of the ball? Every single play, he was just getting rid of the ball because the Lions' pressure was there. Yeah.
Hey, absolutely. Take on Kyler Murray. I have no confidence at all in Kyler Murray. Why they're even... Okay, they're at home, 0.5 favorites.
That line's moved, actually, to a couple of points they're favored by.
It should be.
Yeah. It's not 6 yet, though, where you want to take them, where you'll take them. But you go ahead and take a dog here.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Rams.
No, I'm going with the Rams all the way on this one. I mean, they need a snapback game. This is a perfect snapback game. Into conference or in the division, perfect one. Okay, this is a really interesting one. These guys, they're 1-4 in the past 5, week ones, the Bengals. Take on the Chiefs. They look like they're Super Bowl ready in week 1. I've never seen a team play that good right out of the box.
We've seen it. We've seen the Patriots do it in the day. They've come out. We've seen it before.
Chiefs 5.5.
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, no, this is going to be a battle, though, because these teams know each other. This is the rivalry of the moment, and the Bengals are going to fight tooth and nail to try to get this victory, and they're going to be in the game.
I think that you're wrong about that.
Well, you would, because it's over a 3-point favorite, so we'll stick with that. But that's all right. I'm going to stop giving you such a hard time about that. It wouldn't be the same show if I didn't say, well, they're the favorite, and if you didn't say not a chance, right?
Not a chance.
It's going to be the same show.
The Chiefs are going to beat the stuffing out of the Bengals. Okay. I mean, they're going to be just a stuffed animal. That's what they are. That's all they are. They're just a stuffed animal. Remember, overreaction.
Bengals are going to be in this football game.
Okay, Steelers. It looks like it's going to be Justin Fields. I don't think it's been announced yet.
Yeah. That'd be more fun if it was Russ.
Actually, it'd be really fun if it was Russ. I'm sure Russ would want to play.
A lot of field goals.
Bo Nix, that looked really horrible. Yeah. Absolutely
He'll
horrible.
continue. Peyton's overrated as a coach. He had Drew Brees.
Yeah, I've got to go. I mean,
we'll go with Steelers to win that game.
If the Steelers can go down to Atlanta and beat a Kirk Cousins team, which you have a legitimate quarterback, et cetera, I mean, that's gotta go Steelers. This is an interesting one, isn't it?
Very.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
First road game.
Yeah.
Head on down south to Houston to take on the Texans, and I'm telling you, they were hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs had 2 touchdowns last week. Mixon had like 130 yards rushing. I mean,
they were good.
These guys, okay. 6.5 though. That's a lot.
I'll take them to cover that. I don't think there's even going to be an issue. I don't think the Bears have much in them at all.
I completely agree with what you're saying. Absolutely positive. And you just took a 6.5 point favorite.
I sure
you know that?
Yep,
you did.
Sure
you see that?
I don't do that very often. Took it here too. Took it here with the Cowboys.
Yeah, you did.
And took it right there.
So it's like a double standard. You can bang on me on these things, but you know.
I win them. Let's go back and look. See how many times I took a 6.5 point favorite if they lost.
Okay. All right. Last one.
That's the thing. We can't hide from our picks.
That's
the best part about this. We can't hide from it.
Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, I've been just hammering on. Take on, I tell you, what do you want to say about Jalen Hurts?
I'm going to say just an overrated team that they.
I think 6 points is a ton, dude.
Falcons bounce back. Falcons bounce back. I think the Falcons go up into Philly and probably get the win.
Look at this. I'm taking a dog. I'm taking a dog. Wyatt's taking the Eagles.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah,
I like it. I mean, this is a nice looking board.
Listen, week 2,
especially
we know everything.
Not a chance.
The algorithm is locked in. We got a couple not a chances here.
All right, hang on here. Ready? Here we go. We have Carl's 3-team parlay.
You ready for it?
Let's go. I'm ready.
3-team parlay because we are going right here with Cincinnati plus 5.5. You can lock that one in. All right. We're going to go with the Packers at home. You can lock that one in. And then the third team in the 3-team parlay we're going to start it off here. I don't want to do Thursday night. They were part of the 3-team parlay, but we are, you know what? I've got to because they were part of that's the 3-team parlay.
Okay, you got to go
Bay,
with what you got to go.
You got to lock it in right now.
Okay.
Lock it in right now.
Bengals, Packers, Bills. All right. Here we go. This is to keep going here. Survivor pick.
Guys, I'll get you. Texans. I will take you to week number 3.
I was thinking about that one.
Rule number 1, do not go with the number 1 favorite. Don't take Baltimore. Whatever you do, do not take Baltimore.
I've got Pheng's as well, and we're both going with the Chargers.
Okay.
We are living to week 3.
I would hate to see you guys go down. Let's wrap this baby up. Let's go.
Oh, dude.
Serious handicap.
This is fun. Look at this board, man.
Let's do this, huh?
This is fun.
In the comments, note who your official pick is that if you are the leader for the week, we get you on the guest pick board.
We need to know that.
Find a way to get over.
Just give us a comment. Let us know because it's easier. Then we can talk, via the YouTube comments there. So, hey, get on out there, watch the show, like, share, subscribe, tell people.
Share the show.
We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers now, which is
1,000
really cool.
subscribers. We every single week. We put winners out there. This is a serious handicap show.
We certainly do.
What I want you to do right now?
Yeah. What do you want me to do, Carl?
Let's get it out of here. We're done.
This is awesome.
All right?
Okay, what do you have to say, man?
Let's pick some winners.
You got it. We'll see you. Bye.